Hello there, Kyle Katarn here,
And the Bendu.
coming back for another reaction to The Mandalorian.
That's right. Episode 3, Season 3.
Hell yeah. Shout out to Nerd Chronic for editing this reaction for us and sneaking it past the Disney blockade. Many thanks to you, sir. So, first of all, holy shit, the Mythosaur. It saw them. It's down there. More importantly, Bo-Katan saw it. And so now, like, her worldview's kind of been shattered a little bit. Things that might have been myth are now, in fact, fact.
It's true. It's true. She totally had like a Pete's Dragon moment there for a moment. So I'm really hoping that this episode is going to be an hour long. So I don't know.
Oh, I can't wait.
I'm curious, like, if it'll be a Smaug situation and, like, it'll just erupt from the water and, like, that'll kind of be, like, the thing. Or if they're just going to try to immediately leave planet and I don't know, man. I feel like that was our one and only tease, and if we see it again, it'll be at like the very end of the season or something like that. Because now we know that it's down there. It's fucking
down
there. It's just hanging out.
Its existence has been proven. Now we need to deal with like the ramifications, what that means, the repercussions for the Mandalorians. That'll be the next step. Awesome. Well, we have a Patreon poll to get to. Let's take a look. So we asked you guys a pretty basic poll question this week. Who should rule Mandalore with the Darksaber? Bo-Katan, Din Djarin, Grogu, or Gideon? With 63% of the vote, Din Djarin is the clear winner. Followed in second place with 29% of the vote, it's Bo-Katan. And then, interestingly enough, it's a tie between Grogu and Gideon. They each have 4%.
That's funny.
I put Gideon in there kind of like as the ha-ha option, but I thought Grogu would do a lot better, honestly. People don't think Grogu would make a good Mandalore. I think that he has what it takes, man. If anyone's going to tame the Mythosaur, it's going to be Grogu.
Not to mention, dude lives, or like his species has a very extended lifespan. So
exactly, that's a long time on the throne.
Yeah, there was someone on the podcast earlier who came up with the theory of like, what if the Mandalorian is actually the story of Grogu and it's not Din Djarin?
Legit, it totally could be.
Because it could.
We spent a whole season driving home the fact that like anyone can be a Mandalorian. So like, why not?
Yeah, and he would be like, and Grogu would be the foundling to pull the cult and like the old Mandalorians together.
Totally. He has a foot in both worlds, I completely agree, actually. I think it is heading in that direction. Jacqueline says, I voted no. Oh, Jacqueline says, I voted Bo, but honestly, I think she'll support Din's claim anyway. After seeing the Mythosaur, she could interpret that as a sign,
That's true.
But that could be a sign of either thing. She saw it, so it could be a sign that she should rule, or she saw it when she was grabbing Din, which is a sign to her that Din is the chosen one. Who knows?
Man.
Jay says, honestly, I think it could be Din. He never wanted to rule, which makes him perfect. He has no intention of bringing back the days of the Mandalorian Crusaders and such like those in The Watch, while also not ignoring the important traditions and lore behind his people like Bo-Katan and the Mandalorians like her. Yeah, I think that Din is kind of like the clear front runner because he's the main character of the show. But I think it's an eventual misdirect, and someone else is the true leader. It's kind of a Neville Longbottom situation. Aiden Pullen agrees it's got to be Din. Bo-Katan had her time, and I think she's too attached to the old image of Mandalore. Din represents a new age. See, I think that Din represents the present age, Bo represents the past, and Grogu represents the future. That's why I think it's Grogu.
And then what would the armorer represent? Fucked up communism.
Fucking QAnon. Fox News. Total weird, like, fringe beliefs that are not, like, yeah, no.
Dude, well, the armorer, especially if she ends up being, what's her nuts? The dude.
Rookcast?
Yeah, dude, the lady who was following under Maul. Oh,
yeah, I mean, she aided and abetted in the downfall of the whole society. That's why she's hiding her face in a mask. I'm telling you, she is Rookcast.
That's amazing.
That's my prediction.
So true, yeah.
Natalie says, I think it would be awesome if it was Din, but that's partly my grudge against Bo talking. As badass as she is, I can't forget that she was 100% in support of Death Watch's plan to murder Satine, not to mention the fact that she was gleefully murdering villagers the first time we met her.
It's kind of true.
That's true. I logically know she's grown since then, but I can't bring myself to forgive her. She has had such a long history of failure with ruling Mandalore, so I can't imagine it would go well this time around.
Yep.
Those are all very good points. But people can grow and change, and I think that Bo-Katan has had plenty of mistakes to learn from. So hopefully it would go better a second time around. That is a very interesting point about the fact that she was on board with Death Watch's plan to kill Satine until Maul showed
because she
up.
thought her sister was failing and fucking up, and she was like, the only way.
Right, so she kills her though. Like that's pretty extreme.
It's pretty extreme.
Pretty extreme.
Yeah, it's very extreme.
TK421 Dova says, I think it's too predictable to be Din, and Bo would make a great ruler. Also, she's badass with the Darksaber. Yeah, I did notice that she was like much more handy with it than Din was in that episode. And I think that just proves that she spent more time wielding it than he has yet, even though we know nothing about that time period. We don't know how long she had it for, how much she trained with it, if she ever used it in combat, etc. Like we've never seen that until now. So that was cool. It was cool getting to see that. Ryan Lamontagne says, if you'll forgive the basic pop culture comparison here, this feels very much like a Jon Snow-Daenerys situation on who would sit on the Iron Throne, with Din being Jon in this scenario. Both Din and Bo have good qualities that would make for good leader, albeit very different types of leaders. Sitting on the throne of Mandalore is Bo's ultimate goal and what drives her, although as many have pointed out, she had made many mistakes, and in most cases, saying, I want the throne because my family used to sit on the throne, isn't the most convincing argument. That's totally fair. I understand that she genuinely believes she would make a good ruler regardless, but who knows how much of that self-assuredness stems from her family name. Din would make a great ruler in different aspects, although it seems to me he has no interest in it. His idea of what makes a Mandalorian is very different from Bo's and likely every other Mandalorian out there, aside from his own clan. It's true. So Bo-Katan has a track record of failures. But Din Djarin has very polarizing views of what it means to be a Mandalorian because he grew up in this fringe cult. So it's like, honestly, when you view it that way, neither of them are really ideal candidates. And again, sounds like a good argument to vote for Grogu.
Just say like all Mandos are extremists.
I do notice that no one in these comments is brave enough to give a reason why Gideon should be the ruler. Texas Yankee 777 says, Bo-Katan wielded the Darksaber so expertly and effortlessly, it makes me think that she was destined to rule with it. As she watched Din take the oath, she seemed to feel wonder or surprise rather than the dismissive sarcasm she expressed when talking about taking the oath as a child.
True.
I think that experience and seeing the mythosaur will cause her to question what she's previously believed and eventually grow into the ruler that Mandalore needs. Okay,
true. She
so a
never
solid vote
the
for Bo-Katan there.
She was forced to memorize it and she was forced to perform it, but she never believed in it.
Exactly, and it was all very begrudging to her, and it was just ceremony, but now she has a reason to believe it's real. And that's going to change everything for her, you know? Christopher S. Brown says, I voted Bo because I think Din is a little too rigid in his views of the creed and unwilling to question the authority of the armorer. Yes, fuck the armorer. Rookcast. Bo might be more open to new ways of thinking after seeing the mythosaur for herself. She's also seen the errors of extremism firsthand from both Pre Vizsla and Satine. However, the best choice would be a ruling body comprised of representatives from all houses as opposed to a single individual.
That's actually
that brings up a really good point too, that like Satine isn't remembered as an extremist, but she totally was. She just was an extremist on the other end. She was a pacifist extremist, you know?
Yes.
Which is why her and Obi-Wan were at odds with each other. Spencer Thurman says, I chose Din, but I would have voted for other because I don't think it will be Din or Bo. They're too obvious, which probably means it will be one of them, I know. I'm thinking this will take another season or two to play out fully, but my answer is Sabine Wren, Boba Fett, or Dark Horse Fen Rao. You know, those are all solid choices. I think Sabine Wren could do it. Boba Fett definitely has what it takes. Fen Rao? I don't even know what his Mandalore would look like, you know? Like, which direction would he take it? Because he was part of one of the fringe Death Watch groups. He was on Concord Dawn. Like, would he bring them back? I feel like he'd bring back the raiding parties of old, you know?
I mean, the idea of like the round table of Mandalorian families is a really cool idea.
It is badass. I want them to bring that back. And the final comment is from ProMax Media. I voted Din out of hope, but realistically, I think Bo. Bo suits the role better right now. She's lived through Mandalore's darkest time and deserves another opportunity to lead them with some help from Mando. I do think he will take her place eventually, though. Okay.
It could
Try to play
that
it
way.
safe.
It really
Anticipate
could
what the
play that
show's
way.
gonna
I know
do.
I said the opposite on the podcast of like if Din was leader and Bo played like the role of Hand of the King, but it totally could be the other way around of like Bo could be in charge and Din could be Hand of the Queen.
They're kind of like the comments said about the Jon Snow Daenerys thing. They're kind of interchangeable in that each of them would make a good ruler, and each of them would also make a good second in command. And that's on purpose. That's to dangle it in front of us so that we don't know which side to fall on. But personally, I think that Bo-Katan kind of has the edge over Din if it's just those two, simply because she actually has a desire and a passion to do it.
That's true.
Whereas Din, like, I know that, like, you know, great men don't seek to lead, it's thrust upon them, etc. But, like, he's so uninterested in it to the point where I feel like that would get in the way of being an effective leader. You know? I don't know. But I think it's time to find out. Are you ready, best friend?
Yes.
Do it! Oh my god, we're going back here. Okay. Yeah, he didn't even see it.
You bathed in the living waters. You are Mandalorian again. Can we leave now?
She's not going to tell him?
No, she's terrified.
You see anything down there?
I saw the chasm passing me as I fell.
Did you see anything alive?
Alive? Like what?
Nothing.
Oh.
Playing it close to the chest. Okay.
I would invite you in for a feast, but I'm guessing that helmet isn't coming off again.
This is the way.
This is the way.
You just say this is the way?
We took a hit.
Pirates?
It looks like a squadron of TIE
TIE interceptors? Fucking TIE interceptors, bro!
Not far.
Oh my god, yes.
Yes.
Oh, hearing those TIE screams.
Come on,
so
man,
fucking
it's a
cool.
gauntlet. It's
Woo!
some firepower.
Interceptors are a lot tougher than TIE fighters.
Are you
Yeah, they are.
transfer?
They handle a lot faster, too.
God, it's so fucking badass.
Good call, Grogu.
Grogu should
When in
stay
doubt,
the gauntlet.
pod time.
Oh, that shot.
Dude! Woohoo! Oh, that was awesome.
Oh, fuck, you're lucky.
Oh, you guys are all toast now.
You're fucking lucky.
Bro!
What?
Bro!
What?
Bro!
Heading to you.
Dude! Oh, that was sick.
What was
I grew up flying these cliffs.
Yeah, Bo is in her element right now.
that? Totally is.
Yes.
Of course, it's been a while.
Oh, God, it's so sexy. It's so sexy. Oh,
Fuck yes. Come on, Mando.
Go right. I'll meet you on the other side.
When fighters bank really close to the water and like one of the wings like carves the water, that's like one of my kinks. Oh, what?
what?
What? Dude! Oh, poor Skippy. Man. That looks so fucking good. That whole sequence.
Oh, Jesus
That was so
Christ.
much fun.
Hang on. I'm seeing something on the scope.
Oh, Jesus. Wait.
Is that your castle?
Bombers! Oh, fuck!
They're bombing her castle?
Bo, you were home alone, right? Damn.
Bombed my home.
Oh, she's pissed.
Oh, she's going for blood now.
More incoming? Oh, Jesus Christ.
Phone, we've got company.
It's a trap!
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
That is a
Where are they gonna fall back to? Navarro?
That's a lot of ships for an Imperial warlord.
Who's the Imperial warlord?
I mean, assumedly it's Gideon's forces, but he's currently in custody, right?
Yeah.
Man! Oh, this episode's been juicy so far. We're back.
Oh my god, look at Coruscant.
Oh, it's the Opera
Look at
House!
her.
Bro, it's the Opera House from Revenge of the Sith.
Look at this planet. Look at this city. Look at all of her.
Are we about to see a Mon Calamari
Look
opera
at
again,
her.
dude?
The
Fuck you,
amnesty
Dr.
program saved my life.
Amnesty program.
I believe the pursuit of knowledge is the most noble thing someone can do.
Fuck this guy.
Thanks to the groundbreaking work of the Kaminoans, we know that cloning can duplicate an individual from a single genetic strand. What my work explored was the hopes of combining multiple strands to create replicas that incorporated the best genetic attributes of both donors.
That's what they wanted Grogu for.
How are you finding the city? Comfortable?
Woo, look at that Mon Cal.
Though anything would be...
Oh, that's some good animatronics.
Such an inspiration. I'm so glad you're working for us now.
Thank you.
He's very uncomfortable with all of it.
I see you're going to Amnesty Housing. Congratulations on making it into the program.
That's fucking creepy.
Amnesty housing?
That's
You mean
really
they
creepy.
house all the
That's
former
no
Imperials together? That's a bad fucking idea.
You must be sure.
I
to
do
visit
not
Sky
want my
Hilton
protocol
Garden.
droid to be able
Isis
to
blossoms are
turn its...
I know, just turn around like that.
Amnesty Officer M34.
Amnesty Scientist, L52.
G27. M40. G68.
You guys don't get names. This bitch.
I didn't expect to see anyone from Moff Gideon's ship here.
I heard he escaped en route to the War Tribunal.
No, that was just
What?
a story. I heard they hooked him up to a mind flayer.
Like Borgullet?
What do you miss, L52?
No, I'm glad that the Empire is...
Oh, not like that.
Maybe those yellow travel biscuits from the ration packs.
Oh, that brings back memories.
Travel biscuits?
Well, what's wrong with them?
I'm just saying, if I never see another ration pack in my life, I'll die happy.
Drink.
I actually really like that scene.
Bro, that's Tech's. That's Tech's little gizmo.
One moment.
It's a ghost. Oh.
Biscuits.
That's very thoughtful, but also worrying. That shows that someone has an active Imperial connection.
Good morning, L52. Happy Bendu Day.
Bendu Day?
God, I had no idea you're so experienced.
I'm happy to do whatever's asked of me.
But, you know... Oh, excuse me. I'll let you get back to it.
Thank you again.
Yeah.
It was like people are being nice to him. He hasn't had any sort of like anti-Imperial sentiment. Like all of those sycophants at the Opera House were fawning over him.
The fuck is this?
Dude! Fucking Memorial Square! It's the peak! It's the mountain peak! Live action! You're walking through a Macquarie painting right now.
So many people.
That big piece of rock is the tip of the original mountain from the landscape of Coruscant.
You've been to Coruscant before?
I trained here at the academy. I thought we were doing good. Why not continue your research here?
The ethics of cloning are complicated.
Sometimes you have to trust your gut. The New Republic is trying their best, but they're struggling.
This is dangerous.
Mm-hmm.
What is that?
Oh my god, you're playing the March of the Resistance. It's like a carnival ride version.
They say it's the only place on the entire surface where you can see the planet itself.
So, that's the top of a mountain. theoretically, it's just a straight fall, right?
Right.
Please refrain from physical contact with
So
roommates.
sorry. You knew that was gonna happen, didn't you?
She got him good. This is really cool getting to see a little slice of New Republic Coruscant.
Comfortable?
Yes.
Oh, that's fucking
Are you
weird.
able to make
Where are your legs?
Have you experienced any feelings of anger or resentment towards your coworkers?
No.
Cells within cells within cells, interlinked.
If I were to pursue my own research recreationally, would that be allowed?
That class of research is expressly prohibited by the Coruscant Accord.
Shit's illegal.
Section 13, subparagraph 7. My apologies.
Go to Arcania.
That was a great secretarial tone. My apologies.
My research. I know it's important, and in the hands of the New Republic, it can actually be used for good.
You want to help the New Republic. They just can't see it yet. But if your research really is as important as you say, I'll take that risk.
I like how they put Katie O'Brien in a t-shirt for this scene because they just have to show off her arms at least once. Gotta get her guns in there.
Bro, she's ripped.
This, equipment I'm archiving, it's all coded to be destroyed. But it's all still perfectly good.
It's Imperial technology.
Yes, but they can still be put to good use.
We are really behind here. Not only do we have the Imperial disposal yards to inventory, but we're still decommissioning the Alliance fleet.
That's
sure you
right.
understand.
Because they voted to decommission the fleet because there was no longer a military threat, and that's why the First Order was able to fuck them 30 years later. They're inventorying everything. Nice, he just had some Galaxy's Edge lightsaber parts in the drawer.
The mobile lab station. Let's go get it.
Good.
I feel like she's playing him.
It's the right thing to do.
Nah, you're being set up, man. You're being recruited into the First Order and you don't even know it yet. And now, if you go missing or like don't show up for a check-in, they're going to find that Imperial box of contraband in his room.
Is it contraband, though?
It totally is. You can't get it in the core. They're going to know that it's an Imperial connection. Oh my god.
So fucking
janky
cool.
ass looking Cylon looking guys. Nice. New Republic Rhodian. Really? I swear, if they have to go down to level 1313 to get this lab equipment.
God, I love all the aliens.
I
All the
know.
aliens.
Songs days, am I right? The disposal yards. You know, the inventory you're cataloging.
What?
We slip in, grab what you need, and we're back at Amnesty Housing before you know it. Where do you think I got the biscuits?
How are they supposed to get heavy lab equipment back on public transport, though? See, it's also risky. I feel like it's a ruse.
Bro, are we straight
Nice.
up going to the industrial district?
Fuck yeah, we are. Oh, they're here to look for tickets.
Tickets, please.
Yeah, you can't really jump off of a floating train.
Damn, it's a long way down.
They can only go.
What do they do
one
when they get to
place.
the end of the train?
Yeah.
You can't possibly be about to just jump. Come on. Come on.
We're gonna jump!
What?
What? Oh. She knew that padded stuff would be there. She totally timed it. So is the shipyard depot the same spot where we keep seeing the Bad Batch, all the stuff assembling? Whoa. Okay, that's a new site.
What, a gutted Star Destroyer?
Well, on Coruscant right here, Gideon never had one. He just had a smaller one, man.
That's true. It's like looking at an abandoned cruise ship. something you knew is like completely filled with people before and like fully operational,
Right.
and now it's just
it's just like derelict. This is the science lab. I have such a bad feeling about this.
What was that?
You probably tripped an alarm when you fed power to the ship.
I feel like you
Only
definitely
lens
need
flares,
more.
J.J. Abrams. Jesus Christ. Search party. Get the fuck out of there. They shouldn't have turned any of the power on the ship. They should have done the whole thing in the dark. Because I'm telling you, it tripped a sensor somewhere.
Turn your
Also, you can probably turn your
flashlights
flashlights off now.
Done.
Ah, shit. Oh, nice. We haven't seen one of those in a while.
Amnesty Scientist, L-52, raise your hands. You are under arrest.
They knew by designation that it was him.
Oh, did she set him up on purpose?
I knew it. Nice.
Good morning, Doctor.
Listen, I can explain. I wasn't trying.
No need. Amnesty Officer G68 has already submitted a report.
What did she tell you?
We understand that the adjustment can be difficult.
No. I think there's been a mistake.
But
I wasn't
we're here
trying
to help you.
I love that they're pumping in
fucking
music
electrocute
during
his
this.
brain?
This is a mind flare.
This is a 602 mitigator. Low voltages, it can be used to help soothe select traumatic memories.
Yikes.
You're gonna wipe my mind.
Absolutely not. This isn't the Empire, son. This device is used to heal. I've been through the treatment myself, in fact, and I found the experience quite refreshing.
Please.
This fucking Moncal.
Please. I just wanted to help. She set me up. Please. You set me up.
Nice. The music is totally what was playing in Jabba's palace.
I thought he was doing so well. You've done the right thing. You are a real credit to this program. It's nice to know that for every failure, there's a success like you.
The fuck?
This should offer him some relief.
Oh no, he's gonna walk out of the room and she's gonna crank the dial.
Do you mind if I stay?
Yep. She's gonna crank it.
He relapsed, but he's a friend.
No, she's gonna torture his ass. Oh, that's fucked.
She executing him?
Nah, she's just being sadistic. Okay, she's going back. Oh my god, she's bringing Bo to the armorer! Holy shit! Oh, this is gonna get really awkward really fast.
Bro,
I'm telling you,
not
if
gonna
the armorer
recognize
is
her
Rook
helmet?
cast, Bo-Katan's gonna know it straight away.
Bro, exactly.
And then there's gonna be a fight.
As if no one's gonna recognize the paint on her face.
Come no further. You are an apostate, Din Djarin.
Not anymore.
Longer. I have been to the mines of Mandalore.
Impossible. And who are you, Night Owl?
She gonna take it off?
I am Bo-Katan of Clan Kryze.
Nice.
Your house has fallen from the way.
We have been to the living waters.
We shall see.
Paz is such a dick. He's the biggest dick.
He's hella skeptical, and he's a hater. He doesn't want Din to be redeemed, because that means he has to hang out with him again. And he wants his shot at the Darksaber, I think.
Whoa.
Here we
Djarin
go.
claims to have bathed in the living waters.
I have proof.
He speaks the truth. Din Djarin, you are redeemed. This is the way.
This is the way.
By creed, you too are redeemed. But I do not walk the way. Did you bathe in the waters? I did.
This is the
Have
way.
you removed your helmet since?
I have not.
Then you may join our covert and live as your ancestors once did. Welcome, Bo-Katan of Clan Kryze. This is the way.
This is the way.
This is totally going the absolute opposite of what we expected.
I mean, this is a really big deal for Bo because she just watched her castle get destroyed and she really was alone.
Dude, she's thinking about that mythosaur.
Oh, man. That was a fucking killer episode, dude.
Dude, there was so much.
That one was really good. That one was really good.
There was so much shit going on. Dude.
Oh, man. The dogfight in the beginning was fucking awesome. That was real. That was probably my favorite part of the whole thing, I think, was getting to see that sequence in the beginning. But the pacing of the episode was a lot slower than I thought it was going to be. For being I was like, oh, it's a long one. They're going to put a ton of action in here. But actually getting to take a beat, spend some time with these former Imperials and humanizing a couple members of what's traditionally just kind of the faceless enemy. I thought that was really cool. Yeah. Katie O'Brien's character is throwing me for a loop. I never trusted her. I knew she was up to something, but I'm still not quite sure what she's up to, what the end game is. Is she in contact with Gideon? What even happened there? There's a rumor that he escaped, a rumor that he's hooked up to a mind flayer.
Yeah. Okay, also, what a horrible name. That's just terrifying as it is.
Yeah. The mind flayer. Yeah, I feel bad for Pershing, man. He did not deserve that at the end. Whew. Yeah, this was an excellent episode. I'm gonna be processing this one for a while. I'm gonna rewatch it. We got to see Monument Peak, the tip of the mountain that's visible on Coruscant. That's from a Ralph McQuarrie concept art piece, and then we go there again in both Clone Wars and Rebels. I'm pretty sure.
Oh, man,
totally awesome. We got to see it in live action.
Just looking through the art and everything. Still, dude, getting to see the weird horrors and weird transitions between the Empire and the New Republic, but somehow still how the New Republic doesn't have their shit together, and it's just
it's great. That's totally the way it went down. And the way we're getting some historical name drops too, they talked about the decommissioning of the New Republic fleet. That's totally something that gets talked about in both Bloodlines and the Aftermath trilogy by Chuck Wendig. It's a huge part of what leaves them so vulnerable to attack 30 years later is because they decommissioned everything after the Galactic Civil War was over. It was really cool that they referenced that's happening in this time period, Yeah, this was a great episode. We're really ramping up. And there's only 8 episodes total, so we're almost halfway through this thing.
At this point,
I know, it's like a blink and you'll miss it kind of season. Say it again.
At this point, we've almost seen all the footage from the trailers and teasers as well. So it's from here on out, everything's going to be fresh.
We don't know where we're going from here. Exactly. I can't wait. Cool. Well, thanks for watching, everybody. I hope you enjoyed our reaction to The Mandalorian Chapter 19. Yeah, this was a good one. This reaction was edited by Nerd Chronic down to 10 minutes in length to comply with fair use. Play it right here on YouTube. But if you want to check out the full-length, uncut version of this reaction, it's available on Patreon. There's a link in the description of the video to the Patreon page, where you'll get access to cool things like full-length reactions, early access on some videos, you can participate in content polls, and a couple of Discord perks as well. Thanks again, and as always, may the Force be with you.